And now it's time for The Catch, which takes you around the Great Lakes to hear from reporters about the issues they're covering.
The construction of the St. Lawrence Seaway represents one of the most massive industrial transformations of land in North America. And now scientists are trying to understand the impact of that transformation and what it's cost the overall health of the river. CBC News reporter Verity Stevenson is covering the story in Montreal.
Every year they do a survey of the water quality of the St. Lawrence River, and it's a really complete, their goal is to make it as complete as possible.
Led by scientists from the Université de Québec at Trois-Rivières, the survey covers a total of 600 kilometers or 372 miles of the St. Lawrence River. The scientists set out with many research goals. Most are aimed at learning about contaminants and the flow of the river, which was dramatically reshaped to serve industry in the 1950s.
So there's this through line of settler societies and how they've treated, or we have treated, rivers. And the St. Lawrence is not alone in this necessarily, but it has been transformed by one of the most massive industrial projects in modern history, and that is the St. Lawrence Seaway. So basically carving out canals to bypass these rapids in the river. And what that's done is it's really altered the natural landscape of the river.
The Seaway was built in partnership with the United States and turned the riverbanks of Montreal into locks and piers for the exchange of goods from thousands of vessels each year. It was a boon for maritime business, but it also caused widespread destruction, flooding 10 Ontario communities and displacing thousands.
These are losses that are really felt for generations. And that's just part of, so it's not only in the environment that you see how it's changed the water quality, but there's also sociological effects of these transformations.
The scientists are trying to find out what changes inside the water as it travels past cities, farms, islands, ports, and factories.
They're realizing that there's connections not only between the industrialization of the river and the sociological effects, but also all of the different environmental impacts on the river. And that includes, from municipalities, wastewater. In Montreal, we have a huge wastewater treatment plant, but it's also the only one managing the wastewater for the city, and it's very old.
Montreal's current facility filters solids and some nutrients out of the water, but Verity says a lot of contaminants, including E. coli, pharmaceuticals, and heavy metals, still make their way into the river.
One of the challenges for the water quality in the St. Lawrence and a lot of other big waterways in North America is wastewater treatment. And so there is a refurbishment of the Jean-R Marcotte treatment plant in Montreal that's coming. It's just that it's been delayed for 10 years. It's tripled in cost. So although it's supposed to come next year, some people are sort of skeptical of, when that will actually happen.
At Great Lakes Now, we aim to cover the Great Lakes region and the people who live here, like you. Please follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and sign up for our newsletter at greatlakesnow.org.